we're back with another video. You guys, I am so excited to be doing Put a Ring on It, okay? And for the essence of love or wanting to be married or whatever the case may be, I got some roses in the background. Ain't it cute? It's cute. But anyway, you guys, the show, okay, was so good. I really enjoyed it, okay? Now, I'm going to give you a little background on it, and then we're going to get right into it. So, Put a Ring on It is basically about three couples who are coming to a life coach to, figure out if they're going to get married or break up, okay? They've been in relationships for a long time. And now they want to know, like, are we going to get married? Like, what is our end goal here, okay? Like, what's taking us so long to get to that point? So, they are going to go on dates with different people. Interesting. Now, I was sitting here trying to figure out how the dates work, okay? But we do find out that at the end of each episode, they get to say whether or not they want to continue to date that one person or, I guess, start dating someone else. It gets very intense by the previews of the next episodes and episodes to come. So, without further ado, let's just get into this episode. Let's meet our couples. Okay, so the first couple is Ashley and Hollywood. Now, you guys, I really enjoyed Ashley and Hollywood. They looked like they had a wonderful, playful relationships. And Hollywood, don't get me wrong, is a nice looking guy. Ashley's a cutie or whatever. But Hollywood looks like Genuine. Y'all, I was looking at him like, oh, he looked like Genuine. With his little baby hair and everything. He was a little, something to look at, okay? I ain't gonna say now. I'm just saying he was something to look at. That's it. But you can tell that he knows he's something to look at, okay? His attitude, everything about him is so Hollywood, okay? Which would explain the name Hollywood. I wonder why we didn't get his real name. I wonder why. So we have Ashley and Hollywood. Now, they have been together for 8 years. And I'm like, geez Louise, okay? Now, come to find out, Hollywood did propose to Ashley. Hollywood proposed to Ashley. But she said that they were ready. She had picked out her dress. They had picked out a venue. But Hollywood started going back and forth. I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I want to do this. So she just called it off. I'm not about to go back and forth with you, bro. I'm not about to go back and forth with you. So then we found out that he proposed to her again. But she wasn't here for it. She was like, no, I'm not ready this time. When I was ready, you wasn't ready. And now you want me to be ready? Because now you ready? Absolutely not. I'm unsure now because I don't have time for the flip-flop back and forth. They here because they want to find out, is this really our time? Is this our time? But overall, I enjoyed their little scene in the kitchen. They work out together. They look like they're a really good couple. So, I need to get a little bit deeper and figure out why they're not married. Our next couple is Shay and Michael, okay? Now, Shay is 27 and Michael is 35. That's a little gap in age, but not too bad, but he's grown, okay? And she's almost officially grown because she's still in her 20s. So it's interesting to know. And they had known each other for 6 years, but they've been officially dating for 2 years or whatever the case may be. And they said that it was love at first sight when they met each other, okay? We come to find out that Shay was still in love with her ex, so they broke up, okay? And in the time when they broke up, she realized she didn't want the ex no more. She dated around, but Michael went and got him a whole fiance, okay? He left, went to DC, got engaged and everything. I said, ooh, Michael, that was quick. So why you here, Michael, if you want to get married one day, right? Because you definitely proposed to the other chick. So what's the deal? Why won't you propose to your first love or your love at first sight, Shay? Why won't you propose to her? We come to find out that he says that he feels like marriage is not really a big deal, okay? He's based on his last engagement, it's just not all that it's planned up to be. And I feel like that's not fair to Shay, that you had that experience with someone else and now you don't want to give her the full experience of being engaged and getting married because you went out and got engaged to someone else and now you decide that it doesn't make sense to get married. Throw the whole relationship away. Okay, I feel like if you want to marry, if you was willing to marry someone else, then why won't you marry this woman that you supposedly be in love with? I don't know. Our last couple is Mimi, who is 42, and I want to say his name is Eupolis. I don't know, but for the sake of this review, until I get his name correctly, we just gonna call him you. Y'all, bear with me. I just can't get it right. Y'all know I'm not good with words and names, okay? But so we just gonna call him you, okay? Mimi and you, period. But anyway, met Mimi at a photo shoot. Now, Mimi's a cute girl. He's a nice looking guy, whatever the case may be. And at the photo shoot, he said when he saw her, he was like, yeah, basically he had to have her, okay? And so they've been dating, and then they broke up for like 5 or 6 months in between, and her father ended up having a stroke. Now, when Mimi's father had a stroke, they end up coming back together, rebuilding that relationship, and rebuilding that bond. He does say that it bothers him that sometimes when they get into arguments and things like that, that it takes her days to apologize, okay? He said, like, it'd be like 3 days later, and she'd be like, okay, I'm sorry for such and such. And he's like, what do you mean you sorry? I've been over that. And I'm like, yeah, it's been like days now. He's probably over it. But she says that she has to apologize when she's ready, because then it's not sincere. I can get it, but I mean, like Dr. Nicole said, y'all, 24 hours is enough, okay? Our relationship coach is Dr. Nicole. I love to see Black women doing their thing, so I was excited when I saw her. Okay, and she's gonna help these people get through some stuff. Now, she looks like Felicia Rashad. To me, she does. She kind of favors Felicia Rashad. It's so cute. I love it, okay? I just like looking at her. I just feel like her wisdom shines through, okay? It shines through. Okay, but anyway, so Dr. Nicole says to them, like, either you're stuck or you're scared to move, because it seems like some of you are scared of what will happen if you get married, and some of you are scared of what will happen if you don't get married. So she says either you're scared to move or you're stuck. I think they sound stuck to me, because I don't see why they scared at this point. Either you're gonna do it or you're not. I mean, 6, 7 years, 8 years, like, come on, y'all, what y'all doing? But I can't judge, because it took me and my husband about 7 years to get married. But I met my husband at 23 and he was 24. So of course we were younger, so we had a lot of things to work through, like growing up ourselves, getting to know who we are, then getting to know who each other is, you know, things like that. So it was a process. So I can understand that sometimes it takes a little bit longer. But if you're grown, you know what you want, you're established, what you waiting on? What you waiting on? Especially for all these couples who say it was love at first sight, because 2 of our couples did say that it was love at first sight. So if it was love at first sight, why are you not married already? I know people who really be in love and get married and then they get divorced. But I guess divorce is not an option for them. So it's either we're going to do it all or we ain't going to do it at all. Period. Point blank. So this week, they find out that they're going to figure out whether or not they want to be married or break up by dating other people. And this week, ladies go first, okay? So now it's time for the girls to get dressed and get ready to go on their dates. Y'all, I miss those dates. I could feel the excitement that they was having, where you live, you know, you get real cute and you get ready to go hang out, and you know, it's a little jittery, but it's exciting. And even though they I'm pretty sure they still date, I'm pretty sure it's not the same feeling, because they're getting ready together. It's not like he's picking her up, you know, things like that. So I'm excited for the dates, y'all. I'm excited for the dates. But anyway, so Shay and Michael are at the house, and Shay is getting ready, okay? Shay's like picking out her dresses and things like that. And Michael was like, no, it's okay. I want you to go have fun. I want you to go have fun. And Shay's like, so like, is there any boundaries? Is there anything that I shouldn't do? Anything that you didn't want me to? He's like, I trust you. I mean, like, that's up to you. And I mean, at this point, it is up to her. We're here dating other people, so obviously it's something else that you want to experience if you need to be out here dating. So you figure out what you need while you on that date. And I mean, he was really kind of emotionless about it. He really didn't have a lot of, you know, like jealousy or like find it like, you know, weird or anything. He's kind of just like, go have fun, go do you or whatever. But she She's like, I want him to be a little uncomfortable. Like, I want him to be a little jealous. Like, it's just weird. Like, she wants him to come out of being cocky. But he's just like, it is what it is. If you like, you go ahead and have fun. You ain't gonna find nobody else like me anyway. He didn't say that, but that's what it felt like. I mean, I would want my boyfriend to be upset if I was going out with another man. Just saying. But he not really upset. So now Mimi and you are at their apartment or whatever, and he's like, what do you hope to get out of this? Like, why are we doing this? Okay, whatever. And she's like, because we have issues. And he's like, everybody got effing issues. Everybody got problems to work through. And he starts getting wound up because he's making jokes like, oh, it's gonna be butterflies. Oh, it's gonna be fun. Oh, he's gonna open the door for me. And she's like, yes, it will be nice. It's gonna be nice to have him open the door. He's like, I've been opening the door for you for 8 years. I wonder if he will open the doors for you after 8 years, okay? Because I bet you he won't. You won't find another man like me. I was like, ooh, girl, he hot, okay? He is definitely hot. That's the type of reaction I'm looking for from my husband or boyfriend who, when I say I'm going out on a date with somebody, I'm looking for that energy, okay? I need you to be like, I ain't here for it, okay? Why we even doing this, okay? What you trying to get out of this? Like, I'm with him on that. I'm definitely with him on that. And I can tell, like, it took them by surprise. And I wonder, like, when they signed up for this, did they know that they were going to be dating other people? Because, whoo, the emotions are running hot, okay? He gets really, 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 really mad in his feelings, okay? Really mad. Now, Ashley, y'all, is at home getting ready. And Ashley got on her leggings, okay, and her little t-shirt, like little camel top or whatever. And he like, oh, you got your booty out. You got your camel toe showing. Like, where you going? Where you going? Why you dressed like that? You going to the gym? And she was like, well, hopefully we do something physical. And he was like, what? She was like, no, active, something active, like, joking with him, playing. And he's getting hot, okay? He is like, he's not feeling it. But he does say in his confessional, like, I feel like, of course, I don't like the fact that my girlfriend is getting all sexy for someone. She gets sexy for me. Like, we go out and we get sexy. Now, I'm looking at her and I'm not seeing too much of, like, extra sexy. She just looks like she's about to go run some errands or go run some track or go, take a run. She don't look like she got on, like, her freakum dress and her heels and nothing. So I don't understand why he was really, really that intense over her and some leggings. I mean, I guess because her little booty was poking out or whatever. And, guys don't like when your little booty poking out. So there's a knock at the door, okay? Now, the knock at the door is Ray. Ray is the date, okay? But Ashley says come in, and he walks in. Now, when he walks in, Hollywood was like, whoa, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? And, they introduced themselves, and he like, I just want you to be respectful. I just want you to be respectful. And she was like, he is, it's okay. Like, calm down. Like, it's okay. Like, it'll be all right. So, he really like getting intense, and like, he really like stepping to him like he want to fight. Like, he upset. Like, and I, you know what it was, y'all? Hollywood was a little jealous because old boy was a nice looking guy. Ray was a nice looking guy. Because she said to Hollywood before he got there, like, what if he's cute? And he was like, he could be cute, but what if his dingaling is little, okay? Because I'm cute with a big dingaling, like that. And she was like, oh Lord. So you could tell he was a little intimidated, just a little bit, because he looked at him and he was a bigger man than him. And he was a nice looking man too. So he probably was like, maybe he got a big dingaling. Y'all be making up stuff in my brain. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But nonetheless, he is upset. So Hollywood says to Ashley, like, why you so excited? Why you all happy? He like, I would be happy too. And he was like, oh, I will F you up. Don't get it twisted. I will F you up. Like, I was like, oh, he jealous. Oh, it don't feel good when somebody can possibly give your woman something that you should have been giving her. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Okay? So now Ray and Ashley are on their date and they're going bike riding, okay? They having a nice little conversation in the car. They're getting to know each other. They meshing really, really well, okay? And Ashley is like, Dr. Nicole did a good job because he is definitely cute. She said that he looks like a baby Odell Beckham, okay? And I was like, can't really remember what Odell Beckham looked like, but either way, they both kind of cute. I know Odell Beckham is cute, but whatever, okay? So while you're backbiting, Nicole says that the newness, the excitement, the freshness of actually going out with someone is what's more exciting than anything, okay? Like, she's getting to know someone for the first time. You know that feeling that you get when you go on a date with someone that you find attractive and you're like, oh, I'm interested in this person, okay? So Ray instantly starts complimenting her while they're talking, and Ashley is just eating it all up, okay? She's like really embracing, enjoying the conversation, and she realized that all the guys, that there are guys out there who can give her what she needs. So that sounds really bad to me for Hollywood, okay? If it took one date with one man and all y'all really did was go bike right in and he gave you a few compliments for you to say that there's guys out there to give you what you need, that speaks volumes for what Hollywood is doing for her. Just saying. Y'all, we find out that Mimi's father is basically on life support, okay? Now, she gets this phone call when she's supposed to be getting ready for her date. So obviously she's not going to go on her date, okay? Because she has to make the decision whether or not to take her father off the ventilator or life support, or whatever the case may be. And she's like, I don't want to make that decision. You know, I don't want you to pull a plug on him. And you know, you is really upset. He's like, no, that was like my father. I didn't have a father figure. Like, he embraced me. Like, we had a bromance. Like, they were really, really close. And she was really, really close with her father, and you could tell that it struck them, and they dealt with it really hard. To me, it seemed like you dealt with it just a little bit harder than she did. Like, he walked away and he had to go sit down and like inhale, exhale, and take it in. It was real intense. But my question is now, how do they move forward knowing that their relationship, knowing that they're going through such tragedy in their relationship? How do you say, oh, I'm going to go date other people? I feel like this may have happened for them at the wrong time, or maybe they should just go home and heal and then try to fix it later. Because like, I don't know if my father was on life support if what I'm thinking about is going on dates with someone else. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's why I just wonder where this leaves them going forward. That's what I mean, more so than anything. Because I know it's going to be tough because she's going to be grieving. Like, I don't want to go through the death or having to put my father off of life support and then say, okay, now I'm going to go fix my relationship. Just seems weird. So I'm just curious to how this is going to pan out. Now, Shay is going to meet up with her date, okay? And she meets up with Andre. Now, Andre reminds me of my high school teacher. And I was like, it's kind of weird, but he was a cute looking guy. Okay, he was cute, but he did remind me of my high school teacher. Anyway, when they're out talking, you know, we find out that Andre has been single for 2 years. So she asks him, like, why have you been single for 2 years? He's like, because the girl I was dating didn't want to get married. And for Shay, it was like a light bulb went off on her head. She was just like, oh, wow. It's usually the other way around, because that sounds like her situation. And he brings her flowers. And as they're getting to talking and getting to know each other, she tells him that she's in a relationship and she's dating other people to find out whether or not she wants to get married or whatever the case may be. She explains to him that he was engaged to someone else, and he was like, well, if he's engaged to you, if he was engaged to her, why won't he get engaged to you? Like, he has it in him, maybe he just doesn't want it with you. And it made me think too, like, yeah, maybe he just don't want it with you, because like he said, when a man knows, he knows. So like, I feel like it sounds like excuses to me when it comes to Michael. Okay, because like, if you really wanted to marry this girl, you would have did it, okay? Or you would have proposed the same way you did so quickly with the other girl. Just my opinion, okay? So now when Ashley gets home, she's like, hey, babe. He like, don't touch me, hand pound, you know, like, I don't know what you was doing. So he's giving her the rundown. Y'all was hugging, y'all was touching, y'all was kissing. She like, no, they was just basically talking. He was like, do you plan on going on another date with him? And she was like, no, he was a nice guy, but she's like, I don't know. So he was like, well, if we wasn't together, would you go on another date with him? And she was like, yeah, I would. She told Hollywood that it felt good to have someone listen to her. And Hollywood really was sitting on that couch looking so sad, like, damn, I might have really just messed up, y'all. Because when she said it, he was just like, oh, I might have really looked messed up. He just looked so sad. I kind of felt bad for him a little bit because, like, knowing that he proposed to her twice and knowing that he actually does want to be with her, he loves her, you could tell his feelings was really, really, really. So now it's time for them to all meet back up with Dr. Nicole, okay? Now, so Dr. Nicole asks Ashley, how did her date go with Ray? And she says, I didn't think that Hollywood would react the way he acted, okay? The date went well. Like, soon as she said, well, Hollywood was like, he wasn't feeling it, okay? He pulled away from her. He wasn't here for it, okay? Even Dr. Nicole noticed it. Like, as soon as she started talking about Ray, you pulled away. Like, you guys came in here holding hands. Y'all was all happy. But as soon as we started having this discussion, you pulled away. As hard as it is for Hollywood, Hollywood is saying, you know what, like, it's hard for me, but I'm willing to go through this so that we can figure out if this is what we want. When she's explaining to Dr. Nicole about the date or whatever, she's saying to Dr. Nicole, like, it's kind of funny because Ray and Hollywood have a lot in common. And Hollywood's like, don't compare me to him. Don't compare me with him. And Dr. Nicole was like, okay, relax. And then she gives a scenario like, you know when you take a picture and you have a bunch of people in a picture and the first thing you look at is yourself, okay? You look at you and you say, oh, how's my hair looking? How am I doing? And, you know, how do I look? But you don't take the time to wonder what's going on around you. All you focused on is you. And she tries to get him to understand that he has to also make sure that she is taken care of too. That the bigger picture isn't just about him. It's about both of them. Overall, that's pretty much what I got out of it, okay? So if you take the time and stop focusing so much on yourself and put some of that focus into your woman, then you will understand what she needs from you and you'll be able to give it to her. Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. But Hollywood is really, really like, you know, he's just like, I wasn't really feeling him. Like, he walked up in my house like he lived there, about to take my girl out. Hollywood was in his feelings the whole time, y'all. He was definitely in his feelings, but I don't blame him. And I think his reaction was what is expected from a man when his woman goes on a date with another man, okay? Is what is expected, basically, okay? So now she asks Mimi, she says, so how did your date go? And Mimi is like, I didn't go on a date. I found out that my father is on life support, so, you know, it's really, you know, really traumatic for us. And the whole time, you know, she starts crying, he starts crying. So it's a really emotional, intense situation. And she's like, listen, this is the time for y'all to either anchor together and lean on each other. You will be amazed at what grief can bring you out of and what grief can heal. Or you could decide to turn away and have to, you know, deal with it on your own. So basically she was telling them, come together, okay? Lean on each other for support. Y'all, this could actually heal your relationship. And I thought about it like, yes, it did. The first time he had a stroke, it brought them back. So why not this time? Why not this time make it stronger? Why not this time, you know, now y'all have something to bond and be there for each other, because this is going to be the time where you're going to need each other the most. But I definitely feel like this may not be the time for them to be trying to focus on their relationship. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. Do you think they should be focusing on fixing their relationship even though her father is basically dying? Or do you think they should put this on pause and go back and wait? Let me know what you guys think. Now, when Dr. Nicole asked Shay about her date with Andre, she says that it was nice, okay? She said that the clarity of like how Andre know that he wants to be married, she really enjoyed his perspective on it, okay? Whatever the case may be. And of course, Michael is sitting there acting like he don't really care. It is what it is, okay? And, you know, Shay is upset. She's a little hurt. She's like, I want that reaction like Hollywood had. Like, I want someone to actually care. Like, it doesn't seem like he cares, okay? I want him to be a little bit jealous, okay? But Michael says he does care, but he just doesn't show it like that. So Dr. Nicole tells him, like, listen, you have to be open in order for this to work. So if you feel some type of way, you need to get that out. This is the only way this is going to work. And I agree. Like, if you don't care so much about your girl going on a date with someone else, then why are you with her? It's kind of like, she do whatever she want. She can do whatever she want. Nobody in a relationship tells the significant other to just basically go ahead and do whatever they want and not really feel no type of way about it. Even though he says he do, it just doesn't look like he cares. It just doesn't, y'all. But you know, who am I? Who am I? So now Dr. Nicole asked the ladies, would they like to go on another date? Okay. She asks Shay, is she gonna go on another date? And Shay says no. Shay says no, and she's like, why do you say no? She said, because he was kind of short. And I was like, she's so shallow. Out of all the things that she realized that she don't like short men, okay? He's a nice guy. He know what he want, but he's too short for me, okay? It's a no for me. For her, it was a no. It was a no. Okay, so when she asks Ashley, Ashley says no. Now, Dr. Nicole asks her, why does she say no? And she's no because of her relationship with Hollywood. But in her confessional, she says she doesn't want to chance it because what if there is really something between her and Ray? Which means that there's a chance that a guy can really come in and swoop Ashley away from Hollywood because she made a conscious decision not to go on another date with that guy because she was really feeling him. She was definitely really feeling him. Dr. Nicole asks Hollywood, like, are you going to act like this every time she go on a date? You're going to, like, catch attitude and pull away? And he was like, you know what? I'm just going to, I'm going to try my best to, like, not pull away because this needs to happen, okay? We need to figure out if we're going to be together or break apart. Y'all, I enjoyed the episode, okay? I enjoyed. So my thing is, if they would have said yeah, they would have continued dating that one person, and who knows, they might have actually ended up in a real relationship with them, and then this will be like totally crazy, right? But I can see that, like, if you love that person you with, you might not want to take that chance like Ashley didn't. But we got a lot more dates to go through. And the guys are next up. And I'm curious because guys definitely date different than women. Just saying. Just saying. So this is going to be interesting. And it does look like there's a lot of drama coming. So strap up and let's go on this ride. I can't wait till next week, you guys. Until next time, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And see you guys later.